I have still not learned how that shit works. Did that? No, that didn't work. Fuck. There you go. Is it black now?
No,
No.
no, it's not. Of course.
Um, for the sake of it, you're not really this freaking close to what seems to be the camp, but there's a camp. You can see what seems to be a number of like tents that are uh, like you can put them up and you can take them down. You can see a couple of wagons. You see a number of rather seemingly sturdy horses, literally like grazing and drinking off the river and just lazing about. There's a group of people, um, from what you can see, scattered around the bonfire. Some are doing stuff. You can see some children, some women, some men. Uh, the tokens, however, are all the same, but consider them various types of individual dressed in colored clothing and just generally seem like gypsies, for the better uh, explanation there. And this is the scene you're walking to. Um, basically, look at your handouts from last time if you want like a general sense of how it is.
Question about that handout. That was found by you, made by you, or was it in the original adventure?
Found by me, I believe. It's like yeah, that was the one that was found by me. Like most of these handouts are the vast majority of the handouts you get here is made by me. Some of them are uh, original, but they are mainly hand drawn types. So if you
Mhm.
see like specifically hand drawn stuff that seem to have a certain style, that would be official.
I see.
Like that handout is just literally there to give you like a mood setting, and I think it's like 3-dimensional art program. So yes, you're coming up on the camp. It's about not quite noon yet, getting closer.
I turn to the rest and tell them that we should be friendly to the people, the Vishtani.
Um, from where you are, you have like from where your characters are, it doesn't quite reveal how close you are. You're more like a couple of 100 meters away, so you have the ability to hide, sneak, do whatever you want. Um, depending on how you want to approach.
Shall I sneak around and see what's going on undetected? Hopefully,
No,
or do you want to go with weapons drawn and charge them?
weapons drawn, charge them. Come on, they're good people. I mean, as far as we heard, they're just non-violent people that are just having camp here.
Upon
Yeah, I
hearing
say
this, Radar casts Fireball.
He doesn't have fireball yet. Come on,
No, he doesn't.
or he would fire it. I just say that we try to make sure that they know we are coming, not to surprise them or anything, and act friendly. Don't sneak up them on them.
Okay, you do the talking then.
Um, people don't like me much, so I think Benjamin can.
I'm,
He's the more charming one.
I'm the
If we
likable
leave
guy.
Belgium, I think you're gonna try to shag everybody, man or woman, in that camp, and nobody will be safe.
He's still the most charming among us.
No, that's a terrible idea. Let's just walk up. It's plain as day, middle of the road, fully visible.
Any particular order you want to head in? You want to go by the road? You want to go by the grassland?
Is there a
By the
road
road.
that takes directly to them? Like
Yeah,
a
there is.
normal. Okay, I suggest we go by the road.
Same.
Like me and Menace in front then, and the rest after, because I don't think they will be very scared if they see only one puny guy with a big guy than 20 guys coming to them.
Obviously, you are not aware of how groups of people are seen, period.
As you start advancing, one of the things you do realize is that you noticed the camp, while seeming kind of laid back, does have sentries around that keep an eye on things to just see if something is like it's supposed to be or something unexpected is happening.
Do we see the entries or detect them somehow?
Oh yeah. For instance, there's a guy there that seems to be keeping an eye out on the road.
Let's approach them and hail them. Manis, are you going to do the talking? Or
Oh, I don't mind if I do the talking, sure. But
you're the second charismatic person in the party.
So you can do or me. Last time I talked, somebody got ballless.
just, just out of character, I'm saying I want to encourage everyone in the party to engage in the RP, not just me or one person, because otherwise I don't want for everyone else to get bored or be left out.
Yeah, we can do some RP in the with others, but when we meet someone, it's best if you're ahead, just to startle them with your charisma.
Sure, okay. I'll go ahead.
I mean, it wouldn't act okay if a guy like me walks up like a cripple.
I walk up to the sentry and I say hello.
Oh, he hails you in a tongue you don't quite understand. Hello.
Is there anyone here that speaks the common tongue?
Ja, det är det.
Do I understand what they're sorry?
Don't die.
Sorry. Do I understand what they're talking, or it's the same as Menace? There's parts of it that I understand and that.
What languages do you know?
Elvish and Common,
Then no.
and Sieves one, but I don't think that's a spoken language.
It's not. It's more of a sign thing.
Let me check my bio for a second, because I forgot what languages I'm speaking. Common and Dwarfish.
Clearly pointed us to someone, or did he gesture
Yeah,
at someone?
did he gesture towards someone? Because that's what I wanted to follow up with.
Mainly raised his hand, just as like a way of greeting, like hello there, kind of.
I also bow in a short reverence, like a small reverence, in order to show my greeting.
This guy bows back.
I ask again, is there anyone that can speak common or dwarfish or elfish?
There is like an older man sitting like directly next to you, propped up against a wagon. He kind of replies in what seems to be this like broken mix of what you would know as Imperial and Dwarvish. And he says,
Orcish?
No, Imperial and Dwarvish.
Ah, Dorvish. Okay.
He just like motions. Ah, yeah, the fire. I like motions for the fire. And like as you're standing out and like basically looking into the camp, most of what you can see is like people of all types of ages. Um, I believe I shared that one, right?
Mm-hmm. No, you shared it now.
You just said it, yeah.
Yes. Like, um, they're not limited to like a specific age group. You seem, it becomes obvious that it seems more like a community of sorts that's traveling together. One of the things that the more perceptive among you notices that they all seem to have weapons of some form or another. They are not just like a community, but they also seem prepared if there are anything that should arise given the moment's notice. Even like the older person that greeted Manis uh, has like what seems to be a saber of sorts slung uh, loosely on his left hip.
One would expect that from a traveling band of anything.
I point towards the fire and I ask both of them because I didn't understand anything they say, and I ask, "Can we join the fire?"
The older guy just goes, yeah, yeah, just go there.
I thank the older person next to me and make my way towards the fire.
It's like obvious not right now that uh, people are just like giving you guys room in the sense that you're now this little curiosity that everyone's curious about, just like literally drawing attention to yourselves. There's a guy sitting at the a bonfire, I suppose you could call. You let go of what?
No, I mean,
Before
let's
leaving,
go. I forgot the quotes. Like I say,
Oh,
before leaving, I whispered to Lucian to stay close.
Um, Dear Dungeon Master, out of character, please pull Benjen to the fire as well and Radar, since you're all joining. Thank you. As we approach the fire and we all sit around the bonfire next to the lovely people that welcomed us to their camp, I say hello. We were told that there's someone here speaking either Elfish or Common or Dwarfish.
um, just waiting for Benjamin to be back. To be honest,
Oh, okay.
Lucian, what languages do you speak?
common.
Just common?
Yes.
you're so basic, Lucian.
Yeah, I'm like just the regular guy you meet up the street.
What, didn't they have the Burning Crusade when you bought Vanilla?
Besides, I don't think I would speak Vishtani anyway.
Vanilla ice cream is now renamed Lucian ice cream.
Why?
When you just want to kill that little priest inside of you.
Yuan, in the meantime, can I do a perception check to see how many people are in the camp, but just by looking around the fire?
Yes. Two. There are two people in the camp. I mean, at least a handful. Maybe some more. You think you saw a bit more than a handful?
A dozen.
Maybe.
And looking around the camp, are all the tents the same, or do you want to wait for Ben?
I'm back.
Um, no. All the tents are not the same, even the ones that are like smaller. They are made out of different types of cloth. They are made out of they have like hanging decorations to them from various type of tent posts that seem to be quick to set up. So it's like there are individualized tents and stuff here, but mainly most of it, um, there seems to be various types of sizes and such. Yes, you also get the sense that some of these wagons are actually meant to be lived in.
Is there one of the tents or wagons more, I don't know, imposing or something to show us that they have like that elder with them and it's staying there?
You get the sense that there's like a pretty large tent more closer to the water that could fit that bill. There's also one of the wagons that seems to be uh, significantly sturdier than most of them, and another wagon seems to be significantly more lavish on the outside. But then on from like what you can see, they all seems to be that type of Jack Sparrow type of gaudy where they are like flashy without necessarily being
Valuable.
super rich or valuable. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
thank you.
with your poor perception, you just kind of notice this now, but it seems like the mood in the camp is like a pretty happy one. It's like doesn't seem that bleak type of spirit you'd expect.
So, Yuan, can we continue?
Yes, I'm just waiting since Lucian and you were typing. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. So I already said that I said hello when I was asking if there's anyone here that can talk Elfish, Common, or Dwarfish.
Who were you asking? Like
General,
anyone?
anyone. Yeah.
One of the guys sitting at the fire is going like, I can speak this language.
I relieved to say, oh, thankfully, because I was slightly worried that we wouldn't be able to understand each other.
I understand. Are you fine? Yeah.
First, I want to thank you for the hospitality of letting us join you in the camp next to the fire. Thank you for letting weary travelers like us warm our hands and feet next to this lovely bonfire.
Oh. He takes his hand and like places it on his chest, and gives you like a little nod. Then waves the hand in like an open palm type of gesture towards you all. And, it's a welcome. It's a me, a Savio.
Hello, Savio. My name is Manis. These are my companions, Benjen, Lucian, Assam, Rardar, and of course our dear friend Irina.
Yeah, welcome.
We've been traveling for a long time now. Cool. This is part from the original, right?
Is
No.
this the one between me and Matt? like position wise near the camp, the board.
It's this guy.
It's the
Okay.
guy that's literally like the handout.
Yeah. Sorry for the MotoGP 500 that's going out outside.
That is fine.
Um, we've been traveling for a while. We were hoping to find you. We were sent over to search for you by Mirabel, Sofia, and Alenka from Barovia.
Ah, the hell, cats, yeah? You seem tired, want food and rest, yeah?
We would greatly appreciate food and rest, of course. That, on the other hand, this is the first time I hear of the term Hellcats. Would you mind explaining that?
First of all, like, when you says, like, yes and, like, for the rest and the food, you can see him, like, clap his hands and, like, shout, like, some orders, and then as you're talking up. Many castrations, huge temperament on those girls, yeah?
Temperament maybe, but on the other hand, we have not found ourselves on the receiving end of their tempers. So I would say they are quite nice and helpful.
Make a perception check, man.
Yes, 1 second. Let me
A retroactive perception check.
perception check.
Benjamin's been having a slight limp all throughout the morning. We don't quite know.
Okay, so I'm perceiving that Benjen is limping.
It's a tiny limp.
Okay, noted. I will also ask Savio how much will the food and oh, okay, so he's been limping for the better part of the day.
Ever since the morning, pretty much, since he got up.
Okay, so before the fight with the hill people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's sore.
Continuing with the discussion with the Savio, I would like to ask how much would their hospitality cost?
You offend me.
I have no intention of offending anyone, but we, as travelers, as you are, we had our shares of unexpected and surprise events. So we would like to be better safe than sorry. We have no intention of offending you. But nor do we have any intention of misunderstanding anything and that reaching to an offensive situation.
You get the sense that you're saying a lot of things and you're speaking very fast, so his language is not really that able to keep up with. Look here, it's travelers, yeah? We travel from place to place and we meet people. Resting by a fire together keeps everyone safe, everyone happy. So we do our best to share our food, share our drink, and get to know people so they do not stab us with daggers during the night, yeah?
I fully understand, and it warms my heart to see kind people on the road.
Besides, if we get them drunk, we can stab them if they try to stab us in the middle of the night, yeah?
True.
Would you like some alcohol with this fruit that I'm getting?
Yes, of course.
Like, Barovia, a horrible place. They only have wine. No other alcohol, only wine. But we too have wines from the outside. We have all types of the various spirits and liquors.
Indeed, in Barovia there's only wine. I would indeed like to taste some alcohol from my home country, but there's a dire shortage of Tsika around.
Where are you coming from? Yeah.
I myself come from the forests of Sylvania, back in the depths of Wallachia.
He whistles, and like someone comes over and he like barks out an order. You notice two words from whatever he's saying in them. You recognize rot gut bitter. Um, not necessarily from your home place, but you know it's a very horrible drink from a city you might be familiar with called Altdorf.
Oh, yes, indeed. That does ring a bell. I shall like a glass.
Make an intelligence check.
No, that's Constitution. Intelligence check.
I mean, any taste from home is probably absolutely fucking amazing.
Indeed.
Um, he comes with like a sealed green flask that is literally sealed with a skull on top. Uh, he like holds up the flask and said, "This horrible stuff. It has a chance to either make you dead, blind, or drunk, in that order of probability, huh? Horrible stuff. Either it will kill you, or it will blind you, or you'll get hammered as shit.
Indeed. Will you join me for a drink?
I
Not
intervened.
on your
heard
life, huh?
I interviewed. I heard about this drink while when I was in the city. A lot of people drank, got a sip of it, and fell down on the ground dead where they stood. We should try it.
I gave this to my worst enemy.
Yeah, that
Now
sounds like home. Indeed.
now I have new worst enemy, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily a worst enemy to someone that brings me a taste of home.
Are you sure? It will kill you. I do not want to. He offers you the bottle. Okay, now, Assam. Roll a Constitution check. Saving throw. You don't die. You don't go blind permanently. Barely. You take a sip, right?
Yep.
What's the closest you've been to dying this campaign? I don't remember.
He died. I mean,
He actually
fell
died?
down.
I
Remember-
died and
Remember how that mimic numbing on you felt?
yes.
That's how it feels like, just sharply in your brain at the moment.
Okay. So I'm still alive, right?
For the nearest amount of time, you have a talk to the lazy tongue.
But I'm not dead, right?
And not
You'll
blind.
have to talk with a lazy tongue. Your mouth goes completely fucking numb.
Okay, so in character, I start telling many things that so try this. It's the best thing ever. It reminds me of the time of the min.
I look at Sam and then I look at Savio and say, "See, we are a tougher bunch than one would expect," and laugh, of course.
He's going to roll an insight check on that one. Natural 20. He notices pretty clearly that Assam is like, wah, wah, wah. But sure, yeah. I was going to offer you the cider or the honey mead or some of the other things we have, but
Oh, I am pretty
Yes.
sure my friends would be very happy to have honey mead or cider. But me and Assam, we long for home. There has been years since we've been traveling the world.
Assam is not from your place.
True.
I'd imagine you don't have the shared backgrounds.
No.
Getting back to the conversation, and they go. So the Hellcats, as you pointed it out, helped us out during our travels and directed us to you, especially looking for Madame Eve in order to help us with a couple of insight and help with different curses around the world. Plus, we wouldn't mind some information about this very unusual land we find ourselves in.
Just finishing the entire drinks. You can see what seems to be some form of a cider. You can see what seems to be some form of a rum brandy-ish type of thing. Some other things that seems weird. Something that smells of honey. Something that looks very fucking weird. But like there's a selection of drinks. There's even some milk. There's some water. To help yourselves with basic fruits, basic berries, basic nuts. Savio turns and like, ah, the seer, yes, yes. She told us to come here, saying you'll be arriving soon. So we've been here for a few weeks waiting.
I look surprised and say, weeks? We arrived in Barovia days ago. Um,
Uh, well, wouldn't be much of a seer if she couldn't see the future, huh?
True, I just didn't expect we were expected.
Yuan, out of character. I hear all this and I understand it, or because I'm partially dead or something, I don't understand anything.
You understand everything. It's like doesn't not dull your senses. It just fucks up your.
Tongue.
Okay.
It's like a bee stung your tongue, pretty much, and you're slightly allergic.
Um, so we carry on. So where would we meet the lovely Madame Eve?
She's in the greater tent near the water, yeah.
Thank you.
Lucian points to the greater tent. See.
There is plenty of time to meet her. Stay a while, drink, eat, listen, tell stories, listen to stories, play games with us, do whatever you want, just rest for the time being. You seem bloodied up and everything.
I say
We
sure.
are we aren't bloodied up. I did the prestidigitation before and we are sparkly clean.
Yes, but you still have gashing wounds. I mean, some of you are fucked up and still bleeding. You can remove the blood, more blood will be coming.
Okay.
We're not dirty, but we're beaten up. Like it can show. It can see. They can see. I look to Irina and say, would resting up here would interfere with our plans?
Uh, I'm sure we have. What are our plans anyway? You said you wanted to go to the castle, yes?
Yes.
Um. Well, if you're intending to stay the night at the castle, then there should be no problem. But
Uh,
the castle is just a few hours away. We should have hours upon hours to spend here, to be honest. If you so wish. In my experience, kindness and hospitality is one of those things that are rare.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, and honestly, after our experiences in Barofia, seeing warm faces and welcoming people is more than a very welcome change of pace. Everyone else is okay with spending a couple of hours here to rest?
Yes,
Yeah.
no, it's
Mhm.
good.
Of course.
Take your short rests should you need it.
I'm going to reset my short rest abilities.
Roll your hit dice.
Oh,
If you
there's
want to
coming.
heal up.
I'm rolling a hit die as well.
Same.
Radhar's going to cast a spell on himself, and then he's going to use Arcane Recovery.
Yuan, just to make sure, that is 6 HP recovery, right?
Yes. 6 HP for you, 3 for Assam, 2 for Benjen, and another 9 for Assam.
I'm somehow on full HP.
I misclicked twice. That's like actually give me 1 second. I need to change my mouse to the smaller rather than the huge World of Warcraft one I'm using.
7 for Radar. Irina has learned to not take damage.
Did she even get hit?
They tried, didn't it? No, they didn't even try.
Back. Did I miss anything?
No.
Perfect. So I turn to Savio and say,
In the hour you're staying here,
mm-hmm.
what would be like your before anything? What would you have done? I mean, you know a couple of things about these people. They seem to be a traveling folk. There's been like someone has commented on them being spies, other of them commented on them being traveling merchants, storytellers, people on the road. They seem friendly. You've had an invitation of uh, listening to stories, telling stories, playing games of chance. What would you want to do?
I will speak for myself. I will definitely eat. I will definitely partake in drinking water and some light alcohol. I will definitely take part in storytelling, as in listening and telling stories of mine. And but I will definitely not partake in gambling. And that would be it.
Okay. For the entire hour?
Just to start with,
Um, how far away from the camp would you have gone?
just around this area.
It's pretty much just like your average riversides. There's, forests, banks of the river, trees. Doesn't really seem to be anything wrong, suspicious, or otherwise.
Yeah, it wasn't to check. It was just to chill out. It's not like a to observe or anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Make a perception check, Lucian. Lucian. You get the sense that the people that's here seems pretty familial with each other. Um, Not a lot of them is paying attention to you, as like the people gathering around the fire is just like they eventually just like disperse. They end up going other places. You see the guy keeping attention is still there, the old guy is still there, but otherwise, in general, um, it seems to be like a your traditional extended family doing family things, playing. You see some of them like crafting stuff. Um, Some of them sewing stuff, some of them wood carving stuff, tending to the horses, basic stuff like that. I mean, now that the entire curiosity has faded ish, kinda, they just go around and like resume their daily life more or less. Something like, from what you can see, no one's paying attention to you, no one's spying on you. The only people that seems to be like uh, actively engaging in you is the guy that calls himself a Savio, and like more of an elderly fellow sitting between Assam and Irina. But even he just seems to be there to like he's old, like really old. So you get the sense that he's not like the in his 50s, 60s as the guy that was sitting there, but more like the probably pushing 80. Assam, in terms of stories,
While
well,
they're
what type of
doing
stories?
story, yeah,
What type of stories would you want to hear about?
about their background, their not background, their history, their past, what they experienced, stories that they experience themselves. And I'm trying to do an insight to see if they are true or not, and gather from there more about them.
Okay, make yourself uh, an insight check while I'll just literally talk. Uh, from what you gather, what you're about to hear seems pretty genuine. Um, they're like traveling folk that seems to be always on the road, uh, because they're seeking the finer things in life. They don't want to be tied down into one area, one situation, mostly because they're always searching for happiness, riches, like the type of life that gives the family joy. And that all usually comes with merriment, laughs, drinks, and a good adventure together. Um, they kind of admit to you all that their way of life is a pretty stark contrast to how Barovia is. So you can talk. It's just like la la la. It will subside roughly halfway through, like after like 20 minutes. They feel at a stark contrast to like this like bleak, unhappy valley of Barovia. But they themselves say that they're this is more of like a refugee, like a to them, because they're allowed to be at peace here. They are pretty much uh, jacks of all trades, master of none. They do basic smithing work, crafting work. They entertain, they're musicians, they're storytellers, they're the basic type of people that go from one place, buy supplies of certain varieties, and then sell at other places.
Okay, and I have another question. When I'm able to talk normally so they can understand exactly, I'd like to ask them if in their travels they came across
You will have to
my
wait for that
birthplace.
part.
Oh, okay.
You will have to wait for that.
Okay, I will.
Um, from what they say, you get the sense that these people are allowed to pass through the mist without much of an issue. Like everything they say doesn't mention the mist, and when they do come on the subject of the mist, they basically just say they hate it because it's like a struggle to navigate through. But they seem to have like not much of a fear for the mists around this place. One of the things you also notice as like tidbits is that they're very like family and like clan centered, um, with pretty much the elder members being the ones that are the leaders. It's like the people that have lived the longest. They are the ones responsible to like bring the culture uh, further, decide on like arguments, decide where to go, decide what to do, and like keeping their way of life together. So they're pretty much like a people that's uh, very much different from the people you met in the village of Baru. And to you, they seem genuine. If anyone else wants to do an insight check, go ahead, but only one.
I will do it because I'm listening closely to everything.
Yes. Seems pretty genuine.
They have me convinced.
I mean, the way they present themselves, it's like they're talking pretty naturally, so there's not much room to be deceptive.
To be this a what?
Deceptive,
Ah.
like of lies. Assam, you had a question?
Yes, I want to ask them if during their travels they came across my birthplace, the farm, and they know what happened there.
You would have to tell them where that birthplace was.
I never set it in my backstory, and I have no idea of names of everything right now. To
Then the
put it, to
answer
be honest.
is likely no. These people wouldn't know. They've seen many farms, but they're not quite sure where that farm is.
Okay, I'll have to find out the name and the place for it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's how it works. I mean, like, it's better than Benjamin's background. He has insert city in his background.
Okay, Wallachia then. Because I have no other name in mind right now.
I would advise you to spend some time on that because that can come back and bite you in the ass.
Okay, how, just out of character, and sorry for the other for taking the time, how in detail must it be? Just like the name of a region, or it needs to be like the farm near the village of something like that?
Like general area on a map. Like it
Okay.
would, like if you said Lordaeron, it would be fine because I would understand it in Warcraft terms, even if Lordaeron is a lot.
It's
Okay,
not that big. It's like 4 regions.
It's still pretty fucking large when it's half a continent.
Quarter at best.
Half a continent. I mean the original one before all the.
Oh yeah, because the original one also had Ghostlands and Keltaras. Okay, yeah, true, fair point.
Anyway, so I mean, like they seem to be like a travel folk. Uh, the fact that they have like trinkets of like different cultures, they tell stories that seems to be. I mean, they're talking about like huge everything from like extremely large cats to like extremely gigantic lizards, and like other creatures that you've never really heard of. They've seen a lot of things. They've been a lot of places.
Do we have other questions we can ask, or?
Yes, I do have a list of questions that I'm asking.
No, I mean, I was asking Huron if the time for other questions is nigh.
Tons of time to ask questions. I even created mini games if you wanted to get to game.
Oh, if you created a minigame, I do want to get into that.
Same.
Created 4. Found 4 of them.
Okay, Joanna, I'm gonna send you the name and everything, and tell me
Yep.
where to
In
put
your
it. And
bio.
In your bio. Manis, you had questions.
Before just clearing up with the DM out of character, how much of the discussion about the mist was covered? Like, if I should I keep going on to that set of questions, or drop it because the Stavio doesn't know anymore?
It was mentioned in the sense that whenever they come to Barovia and travel away from Barovia, it's always frustrating to travel through the mists because
Ah.
they are kind of frustrating to travel through.
But he wouldn't know any much more than that. He himself.
Other than like navigation, probably you don't know, but not from what he said. He didn't say they are spawned by the testicles of Orcus, the Prince of Undeath, or something like that.
Mhm.
It's just really fucking hard to see when driving your wagon through the
Missed.
road.
We need to crush his balls or something like that. We know how to do that.
One might say we're experts.
Ask away.
We were also looking and searching for a girl, maybe teenager from Barovia, Gertrude. She's a good singer. You might have seen her. Slim, average height, brunette, dark haired.
Ah, yes. She came walking through camp. Must have been. Well, it's wasn't the beginning of our stay, I believe. Uh, cannot remember quite how long it is, but she was on her way to Valaki last we saw of her. We offered her stay so she could leave in the morning and hopefully reach the windmill by night so she could walk the rest of the distance unmolested to Valaki.
Did she stay?
She stayed for the night, yes.
Oh, and then you escorted her to the windmill, and then she carried on to Valaki.
No, she left on her own accord.
Oh, I'm not suggesting otherwise. I'm just thinking.
No, I'm saying she stayed at the night, yeah, so none of the evil creatures lurking about in the night could take her. The mornings are quite.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to figure out. If should we look for her body or did she reach Valaki safe?
That I would not know. I, I guess if you see a dead girl around the countryside, that might be her, but. Uh, I mean, I have not seen the lady for at least a week or so at this point.
Understand. Thank you for your help. It is very appreciated for both for us and to her dear mother that is worried sick of her about her.
Well, if she was on her way to Valaki, by this time she would have arrived. Let's hope she's there. If she's not, then
We
she
can
got
worry.
lost somewhere. Yeah.
Indeed. Also, I wanted to ask you about the hill people. We had an encounter with them this morning, and it's very unusual for them to come so low into the lowlands. Did you encounter them? Had any mischievous encounters with them so far?
The barbarians. Yeah, they've been mostly keeping up at the Baratok Mountains. We came across some of them lurking around the camp. Uh, must have been a few days ago, actually. But well, we killed two of them, so the rest of them ran like cowards. Yes.
Yes, that is pretty much our experience as well. We fought three of them and slain them, and one of them ran away.
They're they're a mysterious folk. They're not like most people. Most people tend to find safety and such within city walls or like communities, but these people they live out in the woods and they're often more animal than man, to be honest.
Indeed, we heard stories of them capturing a young boy at some point and cursing him with the curse of lycanthropia. This was one of the reasons we were looking for Madame Eve. Maybe she has a cure for such a condition.
Ah yes, there's an easy cure for it. Stab a silver dagger through their fucking hearts. Then, then you stab again. Stab again. And if it's not done, you stab them 2 more times. It usually saves everyone the hassle.
That's what the Hillcats said as well.
Indeed, we were looking for something more, not permanent.
Well, we Vistani, we have a children's song for this Likanda, whatever the fuck you call. If you see a bear and he's talking, stab his head.
That's good.
And for the next like 10 seconds, that's literally all he's saying: stab their head. Like every Vistani knows, stab their freaking heads.
Indeed.
If it's not dead, you stab. If it's dead, you still stab. You do not mess with lycanthropy. Curses are horrible things. There are people that tend to employ them, but like this is vile lycanthropy. We will poison your taste buds so everything tastes of ass. That is a proper curse.
Indeed, that is a curse. I would not argue on that. We also were curious how the Vishtani are dealing with the Count Strad.
It's simple. We don't.
And the Count allows you to walk freely on his realm?
Yes. Well, we are his only source of information outside of this valley. So naturally, his curiosity is something we benefit from. We tell him stories, we tell him what goes on. Sometimes we take shopping requests, and otherwise he lets us alone. That does not inform taxes, as long as we obey his law.
I see. So you do deal with him on a more or so regular basis.
It depends on what you mean by deal with him. I mean, we do not do anything other than like follow the rules and then, well, have a business proposition with him. But other than that, we don't like. We never really go and speak with him. He comes and talks to us.
Oh, so he visits you. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
You never visit the Count unless you are invited. The Count visits you.
I see. What kind of a person you would say the Count is? From your own personal experience, of course.
He is a very proper man, I would say. A tragic figure, I would say.
Tragic?
Yes, on account of being undead and everything.
The Count is undead.
It's a freaking vampire.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
No one does until it is too late, yeah?
True.
I want to do an insight check to see if he's lying.
Sure.
Can I help him?
Yeah. It's still a 7.
What the fuck is this
Evolution.
today?
I mean, all the stories tell us that he's like this ancient figure that has been around for several hundred years. And he looks pale as fuck. What the hell do you... Advice.
I wouldn't know. I would expected that since he's a more reclusive person, the stories might have referred to his father and grandfather and forefathers, not necessarily that he was the same entity for the past 400 years. On the other hand,
I am fairly sure he only had one father, not 4 fathers.
I would hope so too. Otherwise, we would have a lot more problems on our hands. Yeah, I meant 4
No.
fathers, but
No,
you want...
one father, not 4 fathers. I tell you, one father, a father and a mother. One father, one... No, shit in the woods.
Exactly.
I mean, all the story says he's a vampire, and the madam herself says that we should be careful because he can, well, he cannot be harmed. So, well, I guess the story is true then. I mean, he's never drank my blood. I've never seen him drink any blood, but what the hell do you call a pale person that's been around for centuries, huh?
I agree.
Freaking vampire. If it's a vampire and you see it stab their heart. We have songs for
Did
everything.
Did you stop his heart?
Did I? If he's a vampire and I had stabbed his heart, do you think I would be alive to tell the tailor he would be alive to stay in his freaking castle, huh?
What kind of things were you asked to bring to him?
Well, truth be told, I, Azavio, is not really a leader. We're just like a traveling folk. You would have to speak with the madam to know the details, or our leaders up at Valaki to be able to know this. But, well, sometimes we're asked to find magical items, different types of knowledge, news, finery, sometimes the more exotic things. Whatever a rich person would want to spend their money on, I assume. Whether anything are like nefarious or ominous or secret, I wouldn't know this. But he's, in general, someone that is quite fond of reading. So, news, stories, knowledge.
Thank you for the information you have given us. And since you said that you are basically a band of traveling merchant, would we be allowed to see your wares?
Unfortunately, most of our stock is kept either at Valaki for sale in the major population centers. When we came, we sold most of our stock in Barovia to this really dour cunt called Bildrath.
Right,
Oh,
right.
yes.
No balls, Billrat?
What?
I jump in. No balls, Billrat, you mean?
I have never gotten him into bed to find out, but sure, if you tell me, then okay.
Oh no, I made sure that he's called No Balls Bildreth.
Okay, if you've been in his bed and you have found out, then okay.
No, you misunderstand me. I made sure he has no balls.
He seems confused. So
I
you got a bite? What?
Cum se zice la Virgil, ajută-mă. Cum se zice la descris, da mimat. Oh, I mimic a kick. No, I made sure and I mimic a kick.
Okay. Ah! Forced castration. Splendid.
Exactly. Now that's why we were. I was surprised when you called the girls in the Barovian tavern Hellcats about castration, because mostly that's something we kind of fell upon lately.
Oh, they just have a habit of being like temperamental. Those ones. Like plenty of young men have gotten a swift kick to their, family jewels, when they've been like spanking their asses. Especially the younger ones. Sorvia, horrible girl. I mean, if you've ever tried to break in a mare to treat her, then that girl cannot be broken in.
Why would one try to? The wilder ones are the better ones.
Like, one of the guys just like you hear like a whimper coming from somewhere in the close proximity of sorts, not from the bonfire, but like away. probably someone had like an idea of that.
Is Benjen still with us, or he's roaming the camp?
He would be roaming in this moment.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wouldn't wink at him then. I thought he's back already.
I mean, you can see him. It's just like not.
Okay.
Walking around.
I turned to this guy and I said, "We didn't quite get your name."
Yeah, it is Pedro.
Pedro, do you speak the common tongue?
Barley, yeah.
When was the first time you came to Barovia? How long ago?
Eh, hard to say. Time different.
What do you mean time difference?
Time moves differently in this place compared to other places, yeah? Xavier just like piles on. What could be like a year here could be a century elsewhere.
Really?
Yes,
And
this is like a workplace. Sometimes we go out and, well, we've even gone back in time. It's like this weirdest place ever, really. There is nothing natural about this place, Aya.
so can you repeat it? It passes slower or faster than the outside?
It passes different because he said that sometimes it goes back in time.
There is no time here. Time is what the time wants. Yeah, sometime you're standing here and you're jumping outside again with your wagon, and then suddenly you'll be a few days back in time, yeah? Sure, you cannot go back more than. I haven't even heard of anyone have experienced a week, but days, yes. But like Pedrai over here, he once came here and then went back, and suddenly his grandchildren had suddenly grown up to be old like him. It
Wow.
is. And then, well, you never know. For all you know, everyone you ever knew are dead at the moment. But you are here. Or you can have gone back in time, yeah, and this will never have happened.
Interesting.
Like
Do you have
there is also this thing with the mists, yeah, where you like try to walk through the mists, and then if you go straight in a line, it will turn you straight back again, like you have just turned around. Even if you go, it's like there is weird magic and sorts all around this place. There's even other countries beyond the mists as well, all tucked away, with like different people controlling these different lands. Horrible people.
So how do you deal with the mists? How do you manage to travel?
Vishtani secret.
Would you care to share it with us?
Oh, the Count, I believe, has wanted the secret for a long time. But it's not a secret that we can ever tell anyone. You have to be Vishtani to know. And if you're not Vishtani and you're not born Vishtani, you will never be able. You are, as they say, fucked. Our people, to be honest, we have some, you would call them scammers, yeah? That will try to sell you this potion of mist walking, yeah? Just purely 100 gold and you can be free of the mist, yeah? Fucking poison.
Well, that's one way of being free of the mist.
It is important to you to realize all Vishtani are not nice people. Some are cutthroats and bandits. We're the good Vishtani. Or
Can you navigate some of us through the mist and get us out? No, you don't have to tell us the secret. Just navigate us through the mist.
that depends, huh? Have you ever been brought here by your own will, or did you come here on your own accord or by accident?
By magic, somebody brought us here without
We
our
don't
own
really
accord.
know how we came. We just woke up here. We don't know if it was by accident or someone took us here.
Ah, you've been taken here. There is a name for that.
And that name is?
We're
Fucked.
fucked.
So do you mean to say that you cannot escort us outside?
There is only one person in all of Barovia that has the control over who gets to leave or not, if you are not wished.
The Baron.
The Count.
The Count, yes, he's the one that controls.
But
From
he
what I
cannot
hear
leave
from the
himself.
madam, he can make everyone leave if he desires, except one person himself. This pisses him off to no certain degree.
So he may never leave the realm.
He may never leave the realm.
I see. And it's a good chance that whoever brought us here is probably him, since he can make anyone leave or go or arrive as he pleases.
I would not think so. He has no power outside of this realm. If you have been brought here from somewhere else, it is probably not him. Now, I do not know what he can do, but I mean, if he cannot leave, then he probably cannot control things outside. I hope.
You are out of character. Now that I've set up my city, that my birthplace or stuff, can I ask, or I just wasted my chance and that's it?
Let's just say that I hate you, and I say no. Sure.
No, sure.
No, it's sure. The first one was the joke.
In your travels,
Go ahead.
did you get by any chance get to the forest of Dorwinian on the continent of Endor?
Is that in the Rune areas on around the Sea of Rune?
Yes.
I mean, I believe we have a map or somewhere of places like this, yes. I have not been there personally, but as a navigator, of course, I'm expected to know the maps and the places and all of these things, yeah? But
Yes.
like,
I was just looking if somebody knew anything about my family, which were there, so just
yeah,
wanted to.
I would not know. I wouldn't even know quite who made the maps or if anyone has ever been there. You would have to talk to. Well, I would imagine you would have to talk to Arigal about that, yeah?
Arigal, who is he?
Our leader.
Not the elder, the leader, right?
Yeah, there are.
I'm
It's
sorry, I am not common with your way of organization. That's why I'm at.
there are different people that are responsible for certain things. Madame Eva is like one of the elders, and she is the absolute power of. She makes the final say for all the Vistani in Barovia. But we have a couple of brothers that are uh, up at Valaki that tends to do with most of the day-to-day affairs. And Arigal is one of the ones more responsible for the map making, the exploration, um, and setting the routes for wherever we are supposed to go, yeah?
Are you also heading to Vishtani? To Valaki?
Our orders are pretty easy. Madame Eva told us that we had to wait for you as long as you didn't die. Uh, and then we are told to uh, escort Madame Eva back to Lubos and Arrigal. And then, well, we were planning on just going on a trading run, to be honest, for a week.
I think after we visit the count, since he invited us to his castle, on the way back, I think we would join you on your trip to Valaki.
I don't know entirely when that will be. Depends on what Madame Eva says, and it depends on her meeting with you as well, huh?
You
True.
said something about some games as well.
Contests! Haha. Do you prefer to do them for the entertainment value? Do you want to earn some coin? Do you want to earn favors, trade and barter? What
I
is your pleasure?
I would
I look
definitely
around at the others and I say, what do you prefer as well?
like to earn some favor.
We have a few people here that can offer you some entertainment. If you are strong at muscle, we have arm wrestling as the traditional pastime between males wanting to dominate others. For the more tricksy Vishtani, we tend to compete against each other in knife throwing contests. Or perhaps you like to let luck guide your way with dice, huh?
I'll pick some knife throwing. Throw. You understand?
You wish to try your luck in a knife throwing contest, huh?
Yes. I'm guessing dexterity is the one who's using knives throwing.
You would have to be an accurate son of a bitch, yes.
Yes. Knife and dice.
Anyone else have preferences? Benjamin would have been coming back at this point, by the way.
I will definitely write myself in for the strength contest.
Strength contest, sure. Anyone else want to try their fortunes?
Yeah. Same here.
In what?
Strength.
Strength, okay. Anyone else, huh? Brother says he
guess
wants to do the dice.
I would join rather on the dice.
I mean, you don't have to do one. You can sign up for multiple if you want.
Yeah, I've signed up
Okay,
for
I'll
two.
do all of them then. I mean,
You have a. Don't have an arm, let's say like that. You want to do
I
arm
can see
wrestling?
you throw a knife. I mean, come on.
Oh, that burn!
Who
No,
wanted
I'm not going the wrestling one.
to ask a
Just throwing
simpler
knife.
question? Who did not want to participate in knife throwing?
I would like to also participate in knife throwing.
No, who would not like to participate? Rather pipes up and says he's pretty shit at throwing things. So I don't have to roll for him as well. Okay, I guess everyone wanted to play then. You have gotten a handout. Knife throwing. Argyle? No, not Argyle. Esavio just goes like, splendid, huh? Throw the knife. That's my speciality. You should be very aware of Vishtani. We're experts with the knife. We can throw them, we can stab with them. If you see someone rich, stab their heart. Oh, so never mind that. That's the bandit song.
Okay.
It leads you to like a tree where it's like literally a part of the tree is like carved flat, and there's like a painting of a bullseye with 3 rings and a bullseye. The handout says everything. You get 3 knives to throw. Everyone has to make a bet beforehand. Depending on stuff, we have to roll initiatives just to see who goes first on the throws and whatnot. And then we score points. Questions?
We
You changed the map?
lost the camp.
Yes.
Do we need to? We said that we want to play for favor. Is it necessary to bet money, or can we just bet for a winner?
Here it would be probably smarter to bet for money. Like bet favors could be if you want to go big.
But bet can be anything like one copper.
Yes, but everyone should agree on that. Like, so
Everyone betting for himself, or for
yes,
individual?
Everyone
You're
bets
fighting
on whoever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, if you want to bet everything on Assam, you can bet on Assam. I mean, like, where's the fun in that?
I have faith in him.
I also have.
Did my roll came because I pressed it 3 times?
Your one did not go, no.
Yeah, they came right now.
You can change the 12 to 12 if you want. Doesn't really matter who goes first.
So with a natural 20, it's Asavio's turn to go first.
Yeah, but I did a 12 before it.
Yeah, but you didn't do the natural 20. Oh, you didn't. You rolled the 17 the second time, by the way.
No, that's Lucian 17. I rolled a 12 and a 20, it seems.
No, you rolled 9 plus
17 plus
3
3.
and then a 17 plus 3. You didn't roll a natural 20.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. So
A natural
anyways,
20 would be 23.
Doesn't matter who goes first, guys. Come on. It's just to have order.
yeah, 1 gold.
Asavio
my-
goes like, it's usually convenient if everyone bets the same gold. Like, it would be poor on Benjamin if he loses like all that gold on himself while we just bet 1 gold. So do we go big or do we go small? Perhaps going small is perhaps smart.
Benjamin, let's go small for the beginning at least.
Let's do 1 gold, huh?
Yes.
A winner takes it all, so the amount of points is literally what decides. Are we ready then?
Indeed. Are we doing all 3 throws at the same time, or are we taking turns for the throws as well?
We're taking the turns, yes.
Guys, 2 seconds, please, excuse me.
Okay.
Nice. What's this 654?
Points.
Entirely else. It's from one of the dice games. Yes.
I'm waiting for some.
No, but Emmanuel's not like the entire.
Yuan, if I may ask, does luck reset on short rests?
Long rests.
Oh, okay.
Only.
So it's not like the fighter's hit dice.
No, I think that's just purely long rest.
Superiority dice.
Oh yeah, superiority die. I meant yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
It would be too OP if it resets on short rest. Come on, this is like
Yeah.
re-rolling stuff.
So, Assam bets 1 gold for himself. Benjamin bets 1 gold on himself.
No. He's
Lucian.
betting on the NPC.
Oh yeah. What do you bet on? You bet on Assam. So everyone bets on Assam except for Benjamin that bets on the NPC.
And the
3
NPC
gold
that
on
also
Assam,
needs
1
to
gold
bet.
on NPC.
The NPC is going to bet on Lucian.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I look at him and say that quite interesting.
It wouldn't be fun without some random luck, huh? I'm good,
Backstory.
but like You never know when luck comes into these things, yeah?
I can concur.
Sometimes.
Yon,
Yes?
just so I know, can I use luck points for this before we start? So
Um, yes, you're allowed to.
Points. Go rogue.
well, I'll have to see. Yeah, I'm ready. So,
Okay, Savio starts. He gets it then. So he misses.
Can you open on the open one? Row on the open one here?
That I can. I just need to change this.
Yeah,
Old
just so that
NPC.
we can see it. I mean, it's fun. Basically, we roll dexterity.
Just gonna test.
Yeah, I think it's a 1d20 plus dex.
You just
Okay.
click dexterity,
Right.
does the same
Yeah.
row.
You can see. He rolled a 10, so he misses. And next up is Benji.
Plus
Benji
dexterity.
misses.
Just click
Yeah,
dexterity,
just,
guys.
Yeah, click dexterity here. Don't click.
Use
Ah,
the-
okay.
okay.
But he has a dexterity of 0, so it would still have
it's
been a
9.
9.
9.
Can I use that 20 from an extra there?
No. Lucian?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do I say? You never know with the luck, huh?
I basically use my strong hand and like almost hit the bullseye.
Next one is Manis. Ah, middling, 2 points. Not bad, not bad. You throw like my mother. That's a compliment. She almost killed my father once with a dagger.
Coming from a Vishtani, I will take that as a compliment.
Look at the rogue. Everyone thinks this guy is good with daggers, yeah?
One with the sim.
So that's 2 points. Next, Benjamin. That's a miss. Lucian. That's miss. Manis.
That's also
That's
miss.
a miss. That is a 2.
Oh wait. Okay. Actually,
Now, be honest, everyone. Where did you think? Did any of you think the guy with the destroyed hand would be the one leading for the final throw, huh?
No.
It's like you never know about games of skill and chance. Fuck's sake!
oh, at least you want to win.
He motions to Benjamin to do the throwing. Well, that at least leaves you with a point. Mr. Oh my.
Oh. I thought I throw it at my foot. I
I
almost
yell,
got it.
wrong hand, wrong hand.
you see Lucian just like take his dagger and like put it behind his shoulders to like do like a very strong throw, and then he loses the dagger when he does the throw, so it just goes on the ground while his hand goes forward. Oh. Spectacular. Just spectacular.
Imagine to who you lost.
Now for our second final. Ooh, it's a miss.
What do you think? I actually
Now
might
for
win.
the game decider. Is it just like Assam takes his dagger? Do you want to do like a flourish up?
Yeah, I take the dagger. I look and I say to Lucian, see, with a good arm, you throw it like this. I take it by my back, and when I throw it, it shows bzzz, and it hits in the bullseye.
And in the moment you see that, you just see like something just like slightly twist time back, and you see Assam fumble the dagger onto the ground as he's trying to throw. And it's a 3 for a miss.
Wait, what?
Make a perception check, everyone.
At least the sound saw what happened.
Assam and Manis feel fairly confident that Vardar did something there right at that moment.
I look at Radar and say, why?
What? It's hilarious! The cripple wins! Actually, I believe, my friends, I win! All of you lose 1 gold.
Don't I get something for winning? I mean,
Did you bet on yourself?
of course not.
Then you don't.
Think of it like this: you get a very good laugh, and you get like the kind of the pride of having beaten all of these martial, like, you know, these fighters of. For fuck's. Oh, sorry, I just need to mute my phone. Like, you get the. What was it called? Like a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Sense of
The rest of you gets to mark down 1 goal.
By the way, did anybody bet on Lucian?
Yeah, the NPC.
Yes, the NPC.
Fuck's sake. I look at Radar and say, you owe me 1 gold.
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch you.
No. We figure out it was.
I look at Radar and say, and while laughing, I say, the good laugh was was payment enough.
Well, you can always bet, I guess. Another game, 5 gold, as obvious as sure. We can do 5 gold. Anyone else wants to take the bet?
Sure. I shall bet 5 gold on my friend Assam.
I will withdraw. I
Okay.
already won 1.
5 gold then.
Who are we betting on then? I will bet on me, yeah?
What happens if everyone bets on the same person? I mean,
It would be a fucking boring game.
So Benjamin bets 5 gold on himself. I bet 5 gold on Assam.
No.
But on
5G on the NPC.
oh, he bets on the
Okay.
NPC. Okay.
So, okay.
So it's 10 gold on Assam, 10 gold on the NPC.
And I tell Lucian, keep an eye on Radar not to screw us again.
I'll hold him tightly.
Yeah, the one-armed guy is going to hold someone down. Okay.
No, I'm not going to hold him down. I said hold him tightly, and I put my strong arm around his shoulders, like friendly, kind of.
Are we doing it in a different order, or are you fine with me going first, huh?
I'm fine with you going first. Out of character message to the DM. By the way, when you select the drawing tool, there's a slot there for text. You can use it. It's more legible.
Yes, but it's also slower.
Not really.
I find it slower.
It's fine. I can count on it. Don't worry.
So, are we? Because
Oh,
I have
more
to click. Manis, you don't have to click between things. I have to click between things.
Ah,
So I
okay,
have
true.
to mess with a lot of things. So for me, it's actually.
I can draw if you want results.
Alright, so are we ready?
Yes.
Well, Lady Luck, please, for the love of God, I need the money. Fucking bitch. Potions for Benjamin. Now, this is what I should be throwing, but no. Potions for Manas.
Come
If
on.
Benjamin wins, nobody gets any money.
Assam.
I look at Manis and I tell him, I don't know who is the cripple here.
I haven't bet on myself.
Benjamin. Manas. Ooh, that came fast. Not unlike Benjamin last night.
So 1 point.
Yes.
Oh,
Son of a bitch, huh?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's still 20. Wait,
Yes.
why it's minus... Oh, okay, it's not -1. This is
No, that's the actual roll. Natural 20 with a dex 0 modifier of dexterity.
Yes, but if he wants, nobody wins any gold, right?
Yeah, but you still get another throw. He doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you need to roll anything over an 11 in order to win.
No. Okay.
Wait. I got confused.
It was the third throw.
Yeah, because he missed the second one.
This is the final round. Manis, it's your turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was solid 2 points for Manis.
2 points for Assam as well.
Lucian, you sense Rard are tensing greatly.
I squeeze him and tell him, shush, don't do anything.
Do it!
Don't do it! Let him win fair and square.
And Assam's knife hits the target for a total of 2. That makes Assam the winner.
Yes.
So everyone that did not bet on Assam, you end up
Losing 5 gold.
getting
minus 5 gold. Yeah.
yes. So Benjamin is out 5 gold, Assam is out 5 gold, and the rest gets 5 gold.
So me and Manis get 5 gold, right?
Yeah. Each.
Let's try the strength game, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This is like you can do it tournament style then.
Ooh. I
Who
like
wants
that.
to participate?
Me? I want to participate.
I also want to participate for the fun, the jokes.
Yeah, me as well. But we get
One
a
hand
hand out
only.
for some.
I have
think,
one hand, right? I can use it.
You can use your one hand. But like there's 6 people, so if 4 people wants to do a tournament that think they are the strongest, and then 2 people can do the like a one-on-one thing.
Yeah, I can do the one-on-one thing for fun with Lucian. The
Uh,
others stay for the.
I would like to participate in the tournament.
Rather goes like, I'm weak. Mr. Asavio, sir, do you have someone else in the camp that you could like help out with this? Yeah, sure. We always have people, huh?
If somebody can read those rules, can you tell me what they say?
So roll initiative.
I
The
tried-
participant with the highest initiative gets advantage on the first strength check. The roll opposing strength checks. The winner pushes the loser arm one square closer to the table. Critical fail. Your arm is pushed two spaces back instead of one. Critical hit. You push your opponent's arm two spaces back instead of one. That's there. Once per game, you can try to intimidate your opponent. Intimidation versus insight. On a success, the opponent has a disadvantage of the next strength check. Optional rules only recommended if the participants are roughly equal. Strong DM's discretion. Arm injury. On a crit fail, your arm gets hurt. Take 1d4 damage and you lose the game. Piece of cake. On a crit hit, you slam your opponent's arm down and win the game instantly.
Using those.
I like the optional rules, by the
Okay.
way.
So we shall
Yeah.
roll for initiative.
Do you guys want to use the optional rules?
I do, but
It's
it's
per
the DM decision.
DMs. Yeah. So can all of us go into this, or as you said
Yeah,
initially, two of us
like-
need to stay up?
I think in this case, we're gonna do it simple. We start with Assam versus Lucian, and you guys decide on how to bet, like how much you want to bet against each other. The tournament will be decided on afterwards.
Ah, okay. So it's a Sun versus Lucian first fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we bet per fight or is it the whole tournament?
Bet for it's just one fight between you, and then the tournament will decide amongst themselves.
Oh,
I suggest we have a tournament fee entry and winner takes all.
Yes, that's what we're going to do afterwards. But I don't want to deal with the tournament now. I want
Okay.
to deal with the Assam initiative.
Okay.
We're not betting on. Actually, you can do side bets on them.
Yeah, I'm doing a side bet. Why am I not allowed to do a side bet? Wait.
Do I bet on myself, or there's no point of me
No,
betting on
you
myself?
two bet against each other. So, like, you only get the gold from Lucian, and Lucian only gets the gold from you. But Manis and Benjen is betting on you two.
They are betting between themselves. Okay, so I bet one gold on myself.
Lucian, do you bet one gold on yourself?
yeah, sure, why not?
So if Lucian wins, Benjen gets 5 gold, Lucian gets 1. If Assam wins, he gets 1 gold, and Manis gets 5. Taken from the other person you're betting with.
Yeah.
Assam, you're first to go.
Roll with advantage.
What advantage? Why do I roll advantage?
Just roll strength with advantage.
Yes.
I
Your
think
strength.
you have it set up to roll with advantage by default, so you can just roll
Oh.
strength.
Only the first one. So you roll 16. Lucian, can you beat a 16?
I can, of course.
You can. Lucian,
So that wait, Benjen, that's not done. That's one quarter in.
yes, it's 1 quarter towards the victory. Now,
We are both strength 0, by the way.
regular strength check.
Come on, what's this row, man?
Equalized. Assam first.
Yeah, we can just both roll.
No, Assam first.
What? First what?
Roll.
Strength check. Lucian, strength check.
Ah, Jesus.
Ooh.
So that's two
Okay.
towards Assam. For
Assam
Assam.
is halfway to the victory. He has 2 out of 4.
Record it. Just so.
Wait, no.
Assam,
Ah, yeah, 2 out
roll
of 4.
again. Lucian. 1 for Assam, 0 for Lucian. Assam. 0-0.
Neutral.
I think we're gonna be here till midnight.
Assam.
I think we need the critical rules.
Oh.
No, we have the crit rules.
We have the
don't
crit
you
rules.
the option. Assam
We need
1.
the optional rules.
Assam, roll. Assam, 2. Remember that you can do the death stare thing as well if you want to, at that point.
I'm
At
doing
any
my
point.
best that-
If
But
you are doing
only
the
once-
death stare, then roll intimidation, and Lucian needs to roll insight.
In-
If
I mean,
whoever
I mean, I think the problem for Kubik is that he hasn't zoomed in on the handout, so he can't see the.
It's extremely small. I try zooming in and I cannot read even then the
No,
text.
if you
Click
click,
it.
click on it,
automatically.
did you
I
click
think
it?
I think he has a oh shit moment.
I'm trying, but it's very poor to read.
Okay.
I can
need to do my
explain to him in
best.
Romanian quite fast and easy if I'm allowed to.
I understand. For that step, I need to do
Ah.
intimidation, and the other needs to do something else.
Insight. Whoever wins, like if you win the intimidation roll, so that means if Zuriel rolls lower on his insight check, he gets disadvantage on his next roll.
Okay, I'm gonna roll do that step with my intimidation of minus.
Intimidation roll him.
Chance, man.
He's intimidated. Now roll a strength check.
With disadvantage or
No.
normal?
Normal.
Normal. But Lucian doesn't have to do disadvantage.
I will intimidate you now.
So it's neutral.
No, it's 1.
To whom?
Yeah. To Atam. I will count
Okay.
-1 for mine. I will intimidate him now. If I find it. Weak as fuck.
Roll insight, Assam.
Not
roll.
intimidated.
That's the worst match ever.
Neutral.
Yes.
Roll strength. Roll strength.
He did. +1 for Lucian. Neutral.
Roll strength. Roll strength.
What do we do now? Nothing?
Draw.
Strength.
What do we do?
It's a draw. Roll again. It's +1 for Assam. Neutral. Ooh.
Roll
Oh.
strength.
So that's
Two,
+2.
one, +2. Roll.
He beat me.
No,
Three.
it's +3. He needs to reach +4.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So one more.
That's it.
And we have a winner.
Finally.
So that is 5 gold for me, -5 gold for Benjen, right?
Yes, and 1 gold for Assam, -1 gold for Lucian.
Tournament fee entry is?
That depends. Do you want to do? How do you want to be Manis versus Benjen? Do you want to do Manis NPC, Benjen NPC?
Let's
do. You want
do.
to do it like...
I would like to do Manis NPC, Benjen NPC, because I'm betting I have a strong expectation that it's going to be me versus Benjen at the end in the final.
Do you want? Who wants the Savio? Who wants the other guy?
I'll roll a a d4. 1 and 2 is me. 3 and 4 is
Versus a Savio, okay? So I'll take a Savio.
Manus, yeah.
How much an entry do you want?
10 gold, Benjen? Sounds good?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Can we bet on the side?
Yes, you can.
You and Lucian can bet on the side.
Bet 5 gold on this guy here.
So Assam has 5 gold on Manis winning everything. Lucian has 5 gold on this guy.
Lucian, I'm betting on the final result,
You-
not just the match.
Oh,
Okay.
then you should wait for betting with that. Benjen, you're up first against a guy that introduces himself as Kavan. do you want to roll initiatives?
I did before this all started at 18. Do you want me to do another one or?
Yes, I want you to do another one because I didn't see that.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't have mattered.
You roll with advantage for the first roll, Benjamin?
Yes, but yes, go on.
21.
I paid for this much, but I'm not betting against anyone.
Okay.
-2 for Benjamin against Benjamin.
Yes.
Hang on. Disadvantage.
Or that you just
You did. You
No,
did.
no. What?
When I get advantage, you get disadvantage on the first one. Or
No,
No.
just disadvantage. Disadvantage is death stare.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
think you said you used.
No, I didn't. No, that's fine.
Benjamin, you goes for the strength again.
Oh, geez.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Ooh, what's the crit fail?
On a critical fail, you roll a 1d4 for damage and automatically lose the game because you break your arm.
Oh,
Oh no,
we
this
are not
is.
using
Oh yeah,
that.
you're actually already out, I think, because he just literally have to beat a 4 at this.
Yeah, but he needs to beat a 4 and another one because the winning is at -4 or +4.
No. Both
How-
for criticals.
How the
Nothing happens.
fuck? How the fuck does that happen? That's a 5% chance to fail this shit. How? How?
Well,
This is like
they both break their arms and lose the game.
no. We're not using the optional rules. Nice.
No, we're not using the optional rules.
Okay.
Kavan is going to use Death Stare on you. It's intimidation versus insight. Is intimidation a strength skill?
Charisma.
It's a charisma. Okay. So I'm just gonna roll a regular charisma check here.
Right, charisma, sorry.
So you have to roll. No, it's intimidation. Isn't that strength?
No,
No,
it's
it's not.
charisma.
Charisma.
Okay. Insight then, Benjamin. You have a disadvantage on your next roll.
So it's a 12.
So,
It's a 12. That's Benjamin out.
Indeed.
I had my 5 goat on that guy, but no one. I was betting against no one, so
No, Assam wanted you to bet at the end there.
we'll bet at them. I mean, but we'll bet between each other, so it's.
So it's me versus what's it called? Estavio.
It's me, Asavio.
In that case, let's roll in initiative.
Indeed. I don't need to remove the other initiatives, I guess.
Oh, add the turn order because I don't have the turn order anymore on the screen. Ah, okay, perfect. So you get advantage on the first strength check. Okay.
20.
-1.
To Asavio.
Oh, okay, 1.
All right.
Savio, 1.
Asavio, 3.
I shall do the death stare.
Asavio's going to do that there.
Oh, he wants to do the death stare first. Okay.
So okay, you roll a charisma check and then you roll a wisdom check, I think.
No, I can roll intimidation and insight.
Yes, you roll intimidation and then roll. But insight is a wisdom, right?
Yes, and intimidation is charisma. Okay,
What's
so
this guy?
he first tries to intimidate me, to which I roll against his intimidation. I win, so I don't get disadvantage, but I also roll for my intimidation.
Yes, he got disadvantage.
Okay, so roll strength with disadvantage.
6.
So 6.
Okay, you're
Okay.
halfway losing.
Holy fucking shit, what the fuck are those fucking rolls?
I've been rolling really well today. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. Okay. I think I clicked.
Definitely you did not.
No, I did.
Ah, it's an 8, okay. Come on, 6 or higher.
Son of a bitch.
Holy fucking shit. 5 or higher. Ah, I think I double click.
You did. We're
Yeah.
taking the 7.
Yeah, of course you're taking the 7. No comment about that.
The 22 does count though.
Oh, you count it for the next one? Okay.
Yes. No,
Then it's a 2.
Then it's a Savio. It will be here eventually. I'm lagging, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what happened on my side. That's why I double click.
Takes a
But
couple
you
of seconds. I
show
notice.
your...
No, it's coming.
There it is.
Okay.
I'm just slower than Benjamin.
Manis, you're fighting for your life here.
Holy fucking shit.
Almost over.
Ah, I lost.
Winner. I think you both lost your goat now.
Yeah, we did. That is
Yeah.
fun.
Okay.
Must admit, you're stronger than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah?
I bet on Esavio. Actually, no, I bet on the strange guy here, as we initially wanted.
Azam, who did you want to bet on?
Format is but is out. So I'm betting on Savio, 1 gold.
We'll
Okay.
just swap gold, so it's fine.
We'll
5
do
gold each.
How much do you want?
5 gold? Eh, 1 gold. Okay, 1 gold. It's not worth the typing.
To simplifying this, I'm just doing a straight D20 odds and evens, since they have both the same strength score to speed it up.
So roll once and let's see who.
Yes, if it's an odd one, then it ends up being Kavan. If it's an even one, it ends up being a Savio.
You roll twice strength and you can see who's. Okay, you actually. Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. Let me just get up the chat sheets. I'm gonna say the first roll is Kavan, then, and the second roll is a Savio. That was Kavan. And Savio is lagging.
Okay, I get 1 gold.
The other guy wins. Kavan wins.
Move 1 gold from your inventory, Assam, and put it.
I already did.
Thank you, my friend. Let's try our luck at dice.
Beggar's Bet or Caravan Merchant Driver. One is like Jotzi, one is like trying to get the lowest dice roll possible.
So
I
craps.
think I put the
One is like Yahtzee, one is like craps.
Caravan Merchant Driver is significantly more complicated.
I think it's a bit
play
too
the easy
complicated.
one. It's too complicated for me to read at the moment.
Then let's do
I want to
Beggar's Bet.
bet.
I'll remove the other handout. So Beggar's
No, don't.
Bet it is.
Don't remove it, leave it there.
Simple roll logic. We use the basic dice. So D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, and D20.
Uh-huh.
It's literally a betting game. You have 3 rounds. The goal to win a round is to have the lowest roll possible. Getting a 1 on a D20 gives you 10 points. Getting a 1 on a D4 only gives you 2 points. So in that logic, it's a bit about choosing the right type of dice for the job. I'd save that handout in case you come to some other place where they play it, Menace.
Okay.
Simple for that. It's still in Roll20, so if it doesn't happen now, it can happen later. So basically, if you want to win and you use a D4 to get the lowest roll, you can't use the D4 on round 2 or round 3. Just be aware of this.
Only once you can use it. Right?
So you can only use one die once per combat per fight
Per game.
per game.
And one game is 3 rounds. So you'll choose one die per round, and then everyone that participates is going to be involved.
Just let me roll initiative.
So only one person will win each round.
Yes.
Is that? I mean, the rest don't get anything.
So only the winner after 3 games wins.
Uh-huh.
Like everyone bets, and then after three rounds, there's a winner with the most points.
Okay.
How much gold are we betting?
Up to you. I mean, I know some of you are getting broke at this point.
We shouldn't.
I'm betting 1 gold on myself.
No, you can't bet one. It's 1 gold to the pool, and winner takes all.
Yes.
Let's say one goes each.
Okay.
1 gold.
So it's like 6 people playing, since Radar wants to join as well. That means it's a max of 6 gold if everyone does 1 gold. If you want to do it even, everyone goes 5 gold, the winner takes 30 gold. Everyone does 3.
Yeah.
So 5 gold it is?
But as a group, we can win 5 gold most, and we can lose 25. But
Yes.
as much as whatever you like, guys.
Think of it like this: the 5 gold Assam is losing isn't your 5 gold. Everyone can lose 5 gold. Everyone can win 25 gold.
25 gold, yeah.
Yeah, but we are a group, and I like to think it was like a group.
That is how you think of it. Yes.
Yes.
Benjamin sees this as whoring money. Assam is seeing this as new shiny sword. Manis is thinking plate mail. Vardar is thinking spells. I'm sure that many people have their own motivations. But I mean, decide amongst yourselves how much gold you want to bet, and we go from there.
I don't mind either.
Let's go 5.
Okay, 5 it is.
Now that we have gold.
Okay, Vardar goes first. He is going to start out with a D.
Being last here is very important. I mean,
Indeed it
it's
is.
like super important. And 3 of you are very low.
He's going to choose to do the D8. I'm just gonna arrange people by
It's easier.
yes, significantly. Savio is going to choose the D6.
Aren't you? Okay. You're not supposed to hold out right away, is it?
No. Lucian, which type of dice do you want to play?
D4.
Assam?
D10.
Benjamin?
D10.
Manis?
D10.
Go D20, man.
Okay.
No. The winner is the lowest roll with the highest die. Rolling a d20 is not a good idea.
Brother rolls 4. Savio rolls 6. Lucian?
Two.
2. Assam.
7.
Then Benjamin. 10. Manus. 3. That means it's 2 points to Lucian. Rather's going for the 6. Asabio's going for the 10. Lucian?
I'll go for the 6 as well.
Assam?
4.
Pigeon?
20.
Cute.
That's gutsy.
Manus?
8.
If he wins, it's 10 points.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Then it will be Lucian's turn.
Fuck it.
Assam. Benjamin.
Jesus.
And Manus.
Come on, 1.
Oh, it's a.
It's a tie, which
He
means
chose the
one with
bigger
the
one.
higher die is the winner, I'm afraid.
And okay.
10.
5.
Rather, looking at him getting trounced is going to do the big money, no gamble thing. Savio's going for the 8. Lucian?
I will go with the 8.
Assam?
D20.
Benjamin?
12.
Oh, wait, you can use every die
Once.
turn, but no, each turn everyone chooses one of the dice. You cannot repeat 10. Yeah, like let's you as if you have physical dice and you have to choose one of those, and everyone chooses one.
I've changed the rules because I found this game. You're only allowed to use the 10 once.
Okay.
That's like the. No one has actually ever reused dice at this point.
Yeah. I seen no one, like I wouldn't be able to choose 10 or 8, for example.
Yes.
I can roll 4, 6, 12, or 20.
Yes.
And I will roll a 20.
$11 on Radar, and he goes like, oh. Savio.
Oh,
That's hard to beat.
50-50, man. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you wouldn't have. Oh, yeah. Actually, you could have.
But like, here's the thing though: all the wild cards, everyone can win at this point from the 3 ones still left.
Exactly.
Because Savio has only 5.
Well,
so
Assam is out. Radar is out, pretty much.
Benjamin.
Ooh, that's 6 points for him.
Managed for everything or not?
Indeed. All or fucking nothing. This is the roll 20, the 1d20. Oh!
It's
Damn!
you win.
Yeah, because I take 10 points.
Does that? I don't know if you deducted 5 gold there, Manis, but you
I did.
get 25 gold extra on the 5 you had.
One removes 5 gold except Maris, who adds 25.
You need to go, Pete? I accept your 25 gold challenge, Benjamin.
I just feel like me and Manage should have that game.
This
True.
is a rem of the what's the final?
Yeah, it's a redo. It's
Really happened?
the small final.
Yeah. No, this was supposed to be the big final, but you both lost in the first round.
I did not expect them both to go out either. That's the sad part.
We need. I would expected us for actually reaching the final.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Initiative.
both of you roll initiatives.
Oh, come on. Oof.
Okay. Mr. Benjamin, you are first to go with advantage for a massive 7. Oh my god. Manus
Massive,
is in the lead.
Uh, 19
Mhm.
equal.
He's out.
You have the a roll die thingy that delays the roll and sound makes a sound.
Yeah, I think so.
1 to Benjamin.
It's pretty annoying the delay though.
I don't, and I still had the delay. 1 to Manus.
I am doing the death stare.
Wait. It's,
Oh, sorry.
No,
before
it's okay,
Manus-
it's okay, it's okay. But we have to roll the intimidation versus. So that's the 13 up.
So Manus.
I need to beat the 13. Come on.
Yes. It equals out, so still -1.
-1.
Jesus.
Manus is gaining. That's the intimidation. Manus is. Oh, you're doing that step.
He's doing that stare. So I'm rolling with disadvantage on the next one.
Good luck getting 22 with a disadvantage. Okay.
My rolls have been fucking shit. Oh, never mind.
We're back where we started. Oh, it's almost over.
It's almost over.
No,
What
it's
a
not.
turnaround.
Oh! Oh, that's me losing it.
That's actually
The moment Benjen slams Manus's arm down, like a little pop of blood comes out of Manus in like a massive cough. And Manus, you feel pretty surprised as that happens. Like, why are you suddenly coughing up?
Blood. Dear DM, can I have you in a private room for just 1 second? I just want to clear. Is this related to me losing the 7 HP?
Had you just lost arm wrestling?
Yeah, but me coughing blood is not just some RP thing you're doing. This actually happens to the character, right?
This is what you noticed happened right as you had a massive strain on your body from the physical exertion.
Mhm.
You don't know what goes.
Ah, okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Lucian,
Yes, please.
are you proficient in medicine?
Oh, I'm a tryhard.
Then yes, you know fully well that coughing up blood is not normal.
I turned to what was his guy? Esavio, and asked him, "Do you have a medic here at the camp? A healer,
Maybe what now?
healer."
Uh, I mean, yeah, it depends what you need healing for. Did he break his arm?
He's coughing blood. Is something wrong?
You know it better than I do. Is something wrong, huh?
Definitely something's wrong. I have seen this from him before. I mean, Benji is strong, but he can break his arm, not his throat.
Or lungs.
Well, I don't know. You know your friend better than me, huh? But if you have anyone, I mean, are you feeling bad?
I did.
Hey, other than the coughing of the blood part.
I did have a very serious headache a few days ago, and otherwise general fatigue and soreness.
Also drank a drink called the Rotgut Orkish Bitter.
No,
Might
he
have
didn't.
Yes, he did. He said he
Some
had
did.
some.
I did.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Why
Yeah.
was your? Why didn't you roll Constitution then?
Because fighters are proficient in Constitution.
And also proficient in Constitution saves.
I could have drunk that.
True, but it would not be the first time I drink that, and this is very unusual for me to cough off blood like this.
Benjen? No, Manis?
Mhm.
Are you willing to let Benjen finger you?
I need more explanation on that. On what hole?
Your throat or your anus? You choose.
If it's
I-
throat,
It would not be the hole that would worry you.
then yes, I trust Benjen. He's a very faithful and trusting companion.
That's a good bond between you two.
You heard him, Benjen. He wants you to trust it.
Lucian, can you put your light thingy on Benjamin's finger?
Certainly, I can. And I touch his nail.
Couple of things. Before the fingering starts, I'm not entirely sure how Benjen wants to do it. Lucian, you notices that you can use that cantrip that was previously locked for you. Doesn't it seems to instead like shining like a bright source of light? It seems more like a bright flame at this point. Just like a bit visually different, but not functionally the same. Are you curing a disease or are you curing a poison?
I am going to cure a disease.
Okay. Manage you regain all your maximum hit points you have lost as of late. You do not get hit points back, so you're still at 19 hit points.
Yeah, but at
cured.
least I have the maximum of 27 available again.
Yes, you have.
So we could have saved Lancelot.
Yes, we could have.
Figured out how Manes got infected, huh?
I got bit.
Yeah, You stuck your hand into his fucking throat and got bit.
Oh, okay. Nice one. Just for the sake of knowledge, can you tell the rest of the class what the fuck was that?
I can't tell any of you that.
You can't or can?
I cannot.
Ah, okay.
We basically did not research it or anything.
I mean, first of all, there was no point in that situation where Lancelot was doomed to die. Ironically, the only guy that could have saved him was also the guy that
Actually killed him.
killed him.
Irony. We didn't know that you can use lay on hands for disease curing up until the.
I mean, I told Bedwin he chose to. Oh, shit, that was a secret, wasn't it? Never mind that.
That is slander.
Matrix.
Well, the question is, when did you tell Benjamin? Before or after the fact?
Well, it happened in session 18.
This is session 18.
But I told him.
He said that someone from our party could have some ability that can save Lancelot.
He did
but,
say that at the time.
I thought that it's me, but I didn't have any cure disease spells prepared
No, I know
at
that.
that point. But I didn't know at that point that Lay on Hands can cure disease, so we were fine.
I'm laughing at Benjamin's comment.
I did not have sexual relationships with that dog. Situation.
I swear to God, you motherfuckers.
Are you feeling better?
I mean, I give you 50 gold, but you're gonna lose it within 15 minutes on gambling related activities anyway. So shouldn't I just pay Lucian or someone?
And in character, yes, I do feel better now. Like the headache and the tiredness and the fatigue are all gone. I'm still bruised and winded, but I think I can recover from that. Oh, by the way, if he uses 5 points of lay on hands, do I also get 5 points of healing?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, if he uses 5 hit points more of lay on hands, then sure.
What? He has 15, I think, in total. Now he has 10.
It's 10 now.
Now, my question was, do I get any hit points back based on the 5 HP lay on hands he casted? Not that he
No.
should cast extra
Yes.
than that. I was just asking if I get any HP based on those 5.
Nope. He spends 5 to cure the disease. It's so hard to talk when you have to burp. Jesus fucking Christ. He gets 15 points. It can be 15 healing, 3 times 5 cure disease. It can be 10 healing, 5 disease.
No, 3 times 5 cure poison.
Can he spend 1 point at healing?
Yes, he can spend 1 point at healing, but I think cure poison and cure disease takes 5.
That's right.
I mean, he can basically heal 1 point 15 times if he wants.
Yeah.
That's like OP for getting people up. Is it ranged? I mean, do you have to touch someone?
It's called lay on hands.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
it's literally in. Oh.
No,
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 it's
right. It can be range. If he has the hand of the person and the person is 10 miles away, the hand is cut. He can lay on hands, but nothing will happen.
I would not try to do that in this particular game because chances are you're going to regrow a person from the cut hand, not reattach it to the original person.
Fucking this hand. In this game, the hand will come alive and try to choke you.
Exactly.
Well, depends on what part of you it will choke.
Hopefully not the Caradine way.
That's what I wanted to say. Depends if the receiver is going to say, "Took me harder, daddy." So, what else are we playing, or was that with the mini games for tonight?
Ironically, you came here for Madame Ava, which takes longer than 25 minutes, I imagine. A solution here is just simply to do leveling up and call it for tonight. Unless you want to do more gambling, I don't know. It's up to you.
I'd do leveling up, to be honest.
Okay. Then we do that.
It will probably take at least 20 minutes.
Indeed.
You cannot get a long rest here. It's still slightly above noon at this point.
But we
We
do
have
get
the town in the castle. Sorry.
Yes, the castle will be or castle or a night camp will be the first opportunity for a long rest. You can recover more since you've been here for some time and doing stuff. I could allow you to do more short rests for hit dice if you want. But I want everyone to roll 1 hit dice now for hit points on leveling up. Change your level to 4, first of all.
first of all, yeah, that's what I wanted to say as well. Because this is going to matter with the Hidai HP thingy.
Oh, right.
Good. Why? It's always the same.
Lucian gets 8, Benjen gets 3 max, Manis reroll, Assam gets 5. Manis gets 5.
We didn't increase the current hit points, right?
Yes, that's what you are going to increase now.
And the maximum.
And the current, yes. You also
And the
get
current? Okay.
yes. So
But-
you get 8 current, 8 maximum.
Yeah.
Benjen gets 3 current, 3 maximum.
So I'm at full 34 then, right?
Were you injured before?
I used hit dice on the short rest before and I got full 29.
Oh, then you are now full 34 again. Rardar was 18 out of 21, so now he's 23 out of 26.
Hero 2?
He rolled 1.
You rolled. Rardar rolled 3 plus 2.
And I rolled 3 plus 2 as well.
Okay, I saw it.
So that takes care of that. I don't think any of you get abilities on level 4.
Sorry, missed it.
I do, however, wonder if you chose AS like ability score increases or feats. I'll
What are we
take
doing?
this. I'll start with Benjen. Did you want 2 stat points or did you want a feat?
Let me go last. I'm unsure. Still thinking.
Okay, you can decide until Sunday. Because that's when we're probably, or at least the weekend when we're having the next game.
Mm-hmm.
Lucian, did you decide?
Ability? Point?
Are you putting them in what skills?
Wisdom.
Good choice. That takes you to 18
Unexpected.
wisdom. Bad. Next up is Assam.
Ability. I only have abilities to choose, and I'm gonna go with dexterity.
18. Not bad.
That modifies the. Oh, it did already. Okay.
Yes, it's automatically tied to the sheet. And Mr. Manis.
I would like to get time until the weekend to decide, and I would like, if it's possible, to get a list of available feeds.
You have those in the compendium. You have full access to my feeds.
Uh,
At least 30 or something, 20.
More than that, I probably have close to 50, I think.
They're quite a lot.
There's
And
a lot of them though are racially dependent, so like stuff like Dwarven Fortitude is surprisingly enough only for dwarves.
if I'm not mistaken, I get another spell to choose and another slot.
The slot should have added automatically if you set your level to 4.
It didn't. It still has 2 slots.
I'll check that. But yes, you get another spell that I believe.
Okay, I'll choose it by till next time.
Yep.
It needs to be in enchantment or illusion, or it can be something else because I already
Anything.
had that. Anything.
That
Okay.
you should check the Arcane Trickster because you know as much as I do.
Okay, I'll read till next time.
Okay. Any particular dates you want to? Sunday next week?
Sunday is good for me, but if we can start at half an hour later, it would be better.
Good, either way.
2 for Sunday next week. Surreal and minute.
Sunday is fine by me, regardless of hours.
Fine with, actually, I will tell you if I'm fine on Sunday later, because Monday is day off in Bulgaria, and I might be traveling.
Okay.
If you want, we can do it on Tuesday or on or some other day.
Not
Saturday,
this Tuesday.
Sunday, Monday, I'm not 100% sure.
I cannot do it this. I can't. I need some time to write. Like I have some stuff planned. Simple.
Tuesday, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, or the
Yeah.
month.
Let's.
I mean,
When do you know? When do you know?
hope I'll know in a few days. I mean,
Okay.
I'm waiting for my wife to decide.
Let's tentatively say Sunday at 20:30 then, and then I'll reinform people if Lucian cannot. Okay?
What?
Great.
So if Sunday turns out to be unexpectedly unavailable, is Monday an option? I mean, the next day after it.
For me, yes.
Should be.
Because if I cannot come on Sunday, I will be available on the Monday after it.
Let's first see if you can make it or not, and then because it's
Okay. Yeah, sure,
it may be
sure.
too early for some for us.
Yes, probably because I think people will know more a bit later in the week. But let's
Yeah, there is
let's
plenty of time up until then. Question, Ewan. The new spells, what we get, do we get them immediately as available, or do we get them on the next long rest?
I say you get one spell slot immediately. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just say that. It makes it easier.
Same as the hit points, like you get them as you.
Yes. I think the answer is realistically no. But fuck. Let's just say that you get the spell slot. Actually, I see here that the spell I didn't get one on leveling. It should stay at 1, so I don't.
Mine increased the.
Oh, leveling only happens
Total?
on long rests. That's why. That's why.
Oh.
But
So
I
we
mean,
shouldn't have leveled.
Yes, but I'm saying that you will level and then you will get the spell slot. Yes, it's fine.
Right, boys, I'm going to shoot off and take advantage of an early night.
Okay.
Cheers.
No.
Cheers, guys. And I'll see you.
Good night,
Cheers.
all. I'm going to sleep as well.
Gold Palace as well.
An interesting talk with Madam Eve next time.
Yes. There was that moment when none of you wanted to do gambling. I was just like, for fuck's sake, you bastards! I put quite some time into this shit. Thanks a lot,
No.
you bastards!
We said that no one's going to do gambling.
No. I said that I wasn't going to do gambling, but I didn't expect he had mini games.
It was the mini games. It was the mini games.
I'm sorry, you should have been a bit more specific about it. I thought you meant gambling as a thing, you know, not that you had mini games.
That's kind of why I said I didn't want you to go for like a 30-minute part in the beginning, because this entire place, it's not meant to be combat. It's meant to be find information, ask information, have some fun, kind of.
You totally underestimated how much time we will spend playing the games.
I totally underestimated it.
I
mean, like,
we'll be done in 40 minutes. Yeah, right.
but then you end up in like situations where like Pete and Manis wants to do arm wrestling, and then Manis fails on a crit, which is the perfect time to reveal, yeah, Manis is actually sick, you guys. You probably know this already, but he's fucking sick.
In game we didn't.
I am a bit sore about the fact that we didn't heal the dog, because the dog would have been a great addition to combat and everything.
No, it really would not have been a great. There's a reason why the dog died before you did, Manis.
Yeah, because I had enough HP to lose 7, while the dog only had 5.
Yeah, that's literally why. I changed nothing for the dog. The dog was just literally fucking unlucky that he got that. Actually, it was more unlucky that you never actually figured out that the dog was sick and you could heal him.
Yeah, that's what what bothers me.
Well enough that he had a disease, but my cure disease was not prepared for that day. Who would have known that there is a Leon Hands thing?
I did. That's why I made it a disease.
They obviously didn't. Because
I knew exactly what could heal him. I think even in the handout I made for this shit, it says Cure, Lesser Restoration Lucian, once level 3, or Lay on Hands, Benjamin.
I didn't have it prepared. And there was no time.